Hello, woodchucks and farmers. Welcome back to Oceanside Forest. It is the morning in the month of September, and it is time to replant at least two of the fields this month. We're selling a lot of animals, so it must be we got a lot of offspring from the chickens overnight, which is just fine. The sawmill did its thing. We're almost up to 28 million. The rain is on its way. It should be here around 9 o'clock, but it shouldn't affect us too much, I guess, because we can plant in the rain. Doesn't matter in Farming Simulator 22. Yeah, rain's coming at 9. As for the hillside field, that has been fully mulched and fully lined. And this is the field we're going to be starting off with. It had barley in it last year, and this year, well, it is time to put the wheat in. Let's just jump over here, and I'll show you what I've been doing in between episodes. Yeah, cutting down trees. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, starting to look a little bit bigger over here. I did already plow the area that we were in. And I'm currently working on this little patch of woods over here. I think we're around 75 hectares of farmland currently. That's where we're at. All this lumber that you see on the ground here, could not bring it over to the sawmill because the sawmill was full. But I'll be doing that kind of like first thing this morning. I probably should take care of the stumps. Billy did not show up last night. It looks like I just saw a stump somewhere. Did I not take care of the stumps? No, there's a stump there. Let's take care of those stumps right now. We'll call him Billy. Remove stumps. There we go. And overall, I don't think we're close to 7,000 trees yet. Well, we're I don't want to say halfway there. From 1,000 to 1,000, that's what I'm looking at. So we're at 6,539. 150 I've done today so far, along with some other things, of course. But, yep, we're opening up the area. Oh, yeah, and hectares, I think it said, what did I say, 75 I think we're at? Yeah, 75.11 currently. So we are slowly getting there. Let's look at this right here, and this is what we opened up so far this season. And as I said, I like to get it kind of like open up from this point over to the top of this field. I want to open up this whole section here. That may get me like 300,000 liters more harvest than what we got this year, which we got 1.3 million. We need 1.8. So if this is 300,000, that's 1.6 million. So I'm going to have to open up not only this much space, but probably as much as we see open as well somewhere else. I don't know where. I may just do it here because it's really convenient just to have the sawmill right here and just get the wood there rather quickly, and it takes less time rather than trying to open up like up here where I have to drive down and around. And the more I drive with the logging trailer, the more likely it's going to tip over and cause a whole bunch of problems. But let's get going on the drilling first thing today. Yeah, the big bud, let's go ahead and grab that. It probably could use some fuel, but I'll take care of that when it needs to be taken care of. How about that? I'm probably going to have to, of course, fill up our drill and our tanker with seed and fertilizer. Which could be a little bit of a chore in itself. Let's see if I can get it all in. Let me switch this over to wheat right now before I forget and we start planting the wrong crop. Trying to get this so it's going to be inside the hut area. Might be too close. Yep, I am too close. Let's see if we can drag it. Come on. Yeah, it's not going to damage anything. It's all good. There we go. But in order to put the fertilizer in, that's... Oh, it is? It's going to do the fertilizer first? And can we switch over to the seed? I may have to leave the zone. Or it's going to do that. If it folds up and then it folds back in, then it may actually go right into the seed. Let's hopefully it does, so I don't have to keep moving in and out of the zone. There we go. We're filling up with wheat. So that's one way to do it as well. I always drive out of the zone and drive back in, but that's another way to do it. All right, so this should be good to go for a little bit. We should be fine on the seed. It's the fertilizer I probably will run out of. Let's go ahead and unfold our drill. And of course, we're going to set this off on a worker. And then in a little while, once I give this a head start, we will come in here with the fent. I think we're going to use the fent, and we're going to use the roller, of course, to roll the field. We're trying to get every little percentage we can out of our harvest for next season, because my goal next season is to be at the 1.8 million liters that we need. But I got a long ways to go in opening up some more forest land. Let's go ahead and put that down. I'll turn the drill on right away. And it really shouldn't take too long for a worker. Actually, it looks like the big bud was in this field last, so the course blade should already be set up for this. Because the only thing I use the big bud for is for drilling. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and set him off on a course. How about that? Who we got working this morning? Usually first thing in the morning, it's Frank. Actually, looks like a Frank Jr. is in there. So, Frank Jr. is going to go ahead and take care of the field. Crop rotation 100%. So, currently expected yields of 123 out of 125. So, I expect when I roll it, we'll get up to the 125, right? At least that's the goal. We do hope so. All right, so that's off and going. So that's all set. I do need to pick up these logs because I need to get the sawmill up and going. So let's grab our logging trailer. It should be set to the right. I want to set that to the left, and it's already set for 20-meter lengths because I've been on here for a couple of hours already, cutting down some trees. And of course, we'll be planting sorghum in this field eventually next spring. So I got a few months to go. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to proceed for the next couple of episodes. Of course, you're seeing this one today. I think I'll do probably one more in a couple more days. I don't know if it'll be, if you're watching this one goes live, maybe on Saturday or maybe beginning of next week. But after we get these 2 fields planted, then I'll be going through the winter months, which basically will be just me cutting down trees and such. So I may take, well, for you guys, it might be another week or so after we get these fields taken care of, the wheat and barley fields. And maybe another week or so before we have another episode. Because I'll be just cutting down trees. You know, maybe if I go long time in between episodes, maybe I'll just do a short episode of the progress that we made of cutting down trees and expanding the area. And you can kind of see, we can kind of see the power line field over there now. We're getting closer. But of course, I got this chunk of woods I'm trying to take care of first off. Little by little, we are opening up the area, which is great. Just taking my time, loading up the trees, not in much of a rush. Yeah, so the mulching and the lime spreading went rather well. I did not have to refill the lime spreader too much up on the hillside field because we did spread lime in that field last season. So it's not like it was going through a whole bunch of lime. I think I refilled it 3 times. But that field is ready to go. That will have barley into it. Oh yeah, also last night what I had to do, because I was checking on my production buildings, but I don't really do that much anymore. But I'm glad I did because all 3 of these were starting to backpile wood chips again, and then I realized what the problem was. Wood chips, of course, help produce methane. We were completely full on methane, which we had on storing, because those buildings take methane and turn into energy. But it wasn't using the energy fast enough, so I just went ahead and sold all the methane that we had, and now it should be keeping up, I hope, again, with the wood chips for a little while. It's going to be fun getting the big bud over here next season and getting sorghum in this field. Because that field originally right over here usually, you know, gives us about 120,000 liters. But now that we combined it with the power line fields and we're expanding it like it is, it should produce a whole bunch more than that. So like I've always mentioned, as for the tree harvesting, I have my moments with the tree harvesting. I can go, you know, a good hour and not have any problems with the tree harvester, or, you know, the birch trees getting stuck into the ground. It seems like, you know, you cut a tree, I swing it to the side. I usually dump them on the left-hand side. Everything cuts well. And then for, you know, I'll jump out, pick up logs, come back in to the tree harvester. And then I just have nothing but issues of the birch trees, the limbs getting stuck into the ground, pulling my tree harvester around every which way, or the logs just you know how you're cutting a tree down, and the logs either hit a tree and push your harvester around, or they get bound up on a stump, or they get bound up on the harvester itself. And it just doesn't go well for like 15 minutes, and I start to get frustrated. I'm like, yeah, let's take a break from the tree harvester, do some other work. But this is the good thing about, as I mentioned just a second ago, cutting down all these trees over here by the sawmill, because I don't have that far to go. So I rarely tip over, or does the trailer start to lean one way or the other. And it's nice when the logs don't start tipping out either way as well. But we will get the sawmill full again this month for sure. I did feed the chickens and the ducks last night, so they should be good for about another month or so. But I probably should go over there in a little while, and we'll take care of the eggs. And of course, we'll have to go into the pens and sell all the male ducklings that have appeared in the other two pens that we are currently expanding on. So we got one pen of chickens, one pen of ducks that are reproducing, and yeah, we don't want the males around. Let's go ahead and pick up some of this mess. Wait, what side am I on now? I kind of forgot. Oh no, I'm on the left side. There we go. I picked it up. It's those little tiny spruce and pine tips right there. When I was plowing again, I did miss one of those little pieces right there. I was plowing and also saw something underneath the plow. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, oh, I missed one. So now I think I've missed two now in total. I was doing good on the whole series, but now I've missed two. I expect to miss a whole bunch more, though, as I keep moving on. And nope, I have not run across any more pieces of cheese as of yet. I'm starting to wonder if the map maker did not put like the extra pieces of cheese like just on the border of the map itself. Because that's where I found the two up on the hillside field. They were just, you know, on the edge of the map. Alright, you want to fall out? Just fall out and stay there. Yeah, don't really try to overload the logging trailer anymore. But if I was on the hillside way back at the edge of the map, I'd be trying to get every log that I possibly could on there. And then I would struggle trying to get the trailer down here without tipping over, or the logs trying to explode out of the back. But very quickly, the sawmill gets kind of full. We're already up to 130,000 liters in there. I'm starting to feel pretty good about this area, though. I mean, this whole area that we cleared out this season seems like we're expanding quickly over here. But I'm starting to get to the point of every time I clear a section, I just keep telling myself we're that much closer of being where we need to be. And sometimes you get a log that just doesn't want to get picked up for some reason. After we get these in, then we'll switch over and we'll take care of the birds. Let me come over here and grab this log. So I'm actually surprised that this morning when I woke up, I did not get a symbol of no more room for eggs to spawn. Usually on a slope like this, the logs sometimes just jump right over the trailer. And every once in a while I should be checking on Frank Jr. over there to make sure he's still going. Wait, did you already make a headland? Boy, he seems to be getting around that rather quickly. I just want to make sure he gets around the first headland fine, just because of, you know, there's a chance that they could always clip on a tree or something. But is he already making a second pass around? Yeah, he's moving right along, which is great. All right, let's get these logs down here, and then we'll grab the autoloader, and we'll go pick up all the eggs that we possibly can. Let's go ahead and just dump these in here. We'll actually use the other winter wolf. So I'll turn off that engine. And yep, they're all in. The other winter wolf is down here. Alright, just to make a few people happy, we're going to go ahead and rinse this off. One of those things, yeah, it would be nice to clean them all the time, but since I'm constantly using them, they get dirty rather quickly. But this one is rather filthy. And the paint is getting kind of worn on it. Actually, the paint seems to be wearing on this one a lot faster. Don't know how many hours they got in this thing. There we go, nice and clean now. Alright, it's only got 12 hours on it. Almost 13. I feel like I got way more hours on the other winter wolf, and I don't think the paint is peeling off of it that much. Now I gotta drive by the other winter wolf just to have a look at it and see how the paint's peeling on it, because that's got way more hours on it. And I don't repaint my vehicles. Let me just have a quick look at this thing. Alright, this has 12 hours on it. What does this one have on it? Almost 37. Interesting. No, wrong winter wolf. Let's jump over to this one here. There we go. And let's grab the autoloader. Oh, I should fill this up with some fuel as well. While I'm here, we'll take some fuel from this fuel refinery. Let's grab this autoloader. And I'll probably have to go in the pens themselves to get all the eggs to the side. The only thing I don't want to do is walk alongside the autoloading part because it lags me out quite a bit. Let's see here. If I get up like this far, somewhere in there, we'll start auto-loading it, get away from that side there. And let's come in here and see how much we did not pick up. Alright, so I actually picked up quite a bit of them. The eggs I really don't care about, because we don't need the money, as you know. I just get rid of them now just so I don't get so many prompts as to we got too many eggs. I'm just going to double check here. We shouldn't have any male chickens other than the one rooster. Females across the board. There's our one rooster. With the enhanced animal mod, I think the chickens will live to be 15. Why does it say age 6 months? Oh, I'm on the, yeah, because I'm on the buying part. He's 36, so he's 3 years old. Right? Yeah, they're only 3 years old. So, I mean, he's got many years, and of course, he was the original rooster, so yeah, we should be all set. How are we doing in here? Just the one pile of eggs, but then again, we got to come in here, and let's go ahead and find males chicks right here. And we got 11 overnight. Whoops. So the reason why we don't have to sell the male chicks out of there, because they're reproducing and it's overcrowding, and the mod is taking care of selling the new chicks that are born. But in here, since there's space for the animals, we got to come in here and sell them manually, which is just fine. And now we got to come over here and check on the ducks. Duck, duck, goose. Wait a minute, what? Oh, I keep looking at this side. Too early in the morning for me, I think. Male ducks. Yeah, let's go ahead and how many male ducks do we have? Oh, 25. Make sure I'm selling the males. Yeah, there we go. So we're up to 91 ducks in here. They're going to start multiplying faster and faster, of course. And the 5th pen over there, we don't have anything. Do I? I don't think I got anything in here. I got to double check now. I don't think so. I don't think I've even been in here yet. Nope, we got absolutely nothing, which is good. We shouldn't have nothing over here. Let me go ahead and close that door on up. Let me come over to here and I'll get all the eggs where they need to be. So we can pick them on up. I'm glad the autoloader can pick them up through the wall. This was another step I did not think about when I was doing the challenge and setting it up. I was not expecting to have as many eggs as we're going to have and not be that important to have them because we don't need the money. Now, let me just see here. Did I... Oh, I didn't auto-load them yet. Okay, come back over here and we'll double check to make sure they took them all. Just to make sure we're all cleared out. Oh, that's right. So I got to set it on take all pallets, not just full-size ones. So if I hit that, and then that, there we go. We loaded that one up. I am going to leave the feed troughs out now just because just makes it more easier, more convenient. Not really going for looks that much over here anymore. I'm just trying to get closest to the wall that I possibly can. Didn't seem like it loaded up. There we go. Maybe it's loading up kind of slow. Oh, you forgot one. But we will keep the doors closed. Liberty. I have not seen Liberty today. Alright, let's put food in the bowl. Let's see. I've been up to the field to get all the equipment out of that hillside field. Have not seen them. I have not seen them roaming around but down by the main road. I don't know where Liberty is. They're around somewhere. Well, let's go ahead and actually I'll leave that open because when I get down to the sell point, as long as I don't hit a wall behind me. Well, that's right. Now that I got... no, I did leave an entryway through here. Now that we got a little bit more grassland around here. It's not just all open space. I do have to be careful. This trailer will tip over with this amount of eggs in it. I've done so many times, but every time I do tip over, it's down in the harbor. The only time I come down to the harbor now is to sell the eggs themselves. Everything else is on selling directly. I want to say there might be a mod for moving the farm material around, like distributing and all that kind of stuff, like production buildings do. But I don't come down here that often with the eggs. about every 4 months or so. And I don't really care if the price of the eggs are good or bad. Usually they're good in like November, I do believe, so it can't be the worst, but we don't really need the money. Which, getting back on that, people are saying I should give the Franks a nice house to live in and probably pay them more. The Franks have been with me now for years, and they seem kind of happy with what they get paid. And basically, we all sleep in the same house. Because that's the only thing we do in the house is sleep. The rest of our lives, we are out in the fields working. Well, at least I am. They're not always working, right? And besides, it's a nice log cabin on the beach. Alright, so the eggs are taken care of. Let's go bring the trailer back. We'll park that up. Every time I come looking this direction now, I'm just amazed the transformation has taken place here just this season, with all those trees being gone, and now just adding the grass, meadow grass around here, with a few of the base game trees for decorations. Definitely has changed how the map looks to me. Alright, Winter Wolf will put you in there. And looks like Frank Jr. is already starting to go around. So we're going to grab this vent right here. Because I was looking when I was moving all the equipment around. I was going to send the McCormick on the rolling process, but this roller requires 350 horsepower? Roller. Yeah, 350, and our McCormick is like a 300? 310. So it's a little bit undersized. I was going to use the T8, but I used the T8 to feed the chickens and the ducks. And I was like, you know what? We got the fence sitting right here. We don't really use it that much. We just, basically, now it's only going to be one side of the power lines we're going to be using it on. Yeah, maybe I should come over, once I clear out what I want to clear out to that side of the power line, maybe I should come over here and just make this a little bit wider. So this side of the power line, I could use the bigger equipment, and maybe I can just sell the other drill. Just, I don't need to sell it for the money. I just want to sell it just to give me more space or clear it on out. I will have to do some touch up with the drill, as we can see. Ah, rolling. My favorite pastime. Ooh, got to get used to how the fence steers and everything. I'm just zigzagging everywhere with the tracks. Alright, so now that we rolled it, so let's come over to here. We'll take another double check. So, yield potential is 125. Expected yield, 123. You can see crop rotation, we're at 100%, so we're not getting an extra bonus from that. But we should now be 125 out of 125. So we will do just a little bit of the rolling, not a whole lot. Because, of course, I can get myself a worker to do this. But I just want to do a little bit with you guys so we can see that we are getting a little bit of a bonus with precision farming turned on. Because I was told the last time we did the mulching and the rolling, it's been a while. I was kind of getting mixed information. Some people said, yes, it does count in precision farming. Then a couple people said, no, they never seen a difference. But we can see with the rolling, it does make a difference. And again, but we're still talking, I think, like the base game stats, it adds the 1 or 2% for mulching and maybe 2% for rolling. Here, I don't mind doing it because I got loads of cash. So, you know, spending the money on the equipment and putting the wear and tear on the equipment, using fuel and all that, I don't care about the money. This is all about getting a yield. That's all I care about. So, Yeah, I need the yield. But as for something like on American Falls or my other Let's Plays, would I be mulching and rolling? Probably not. So depending on where we are, yeah, 125 or potential 125, currently 123. Here, yield potential is 100, expected yield 100. Different soil type. Sandy loam and just loam. So yeah, there's a little bit of difference in there in the soil type. So Frank Jr. is going to go ahead and, keep on drilling in the wheat. Barley will be going in the hillside field once we get done here. I'll probably have to go back to the farmyard and top off with fertilizer and seed just to make sure. And of course, when October comes, we'll be in here with the Jatco sprayer, and I may have myself a worker do that. And I will be, of course, cutting down some trees. I should be pulling it at 11 miles an hour. And how are we doing on the seed? I never have to refill it with seed in the field, but the fertilizer could be. Oh wow, we are burning through the fertilizer. Burning through it. All right, so I should probably get myself prepped for bringing that up. What do I get back at the farm? Well, the McCormick. That McCormick will do. We do have an auger wagon. That shouldn't have fertilizer in it, and it's been here for a while. And I probably should top this up. I mean, do I need to? Probably not, but you know what? As I just said, the money, we really don't care. Let's make sure we're full when we go up there. So it's starting to look like, I think I kind of guessed early on, well, I mean early on, way long time ago, that we might hit $10 million in the bank account. But right now it's kind of looking like we should easily hit 30 million. So maybe the question would be, will I hit 40 million? Now, the only place we're making the money is from the trees. We're not selling the grain at all. Of course, the grain's going towards the birds, but the birds are making some eggs. But as we just saw, we just sold $70,000 worth of eggs, which is quite a bit amount of eggs. But it's not going to get us up to 40. I mean, we should hit 30 million with ease. Maybe even by next episode. Who knows? Okay, maybe not. I think I bring in just shy of $1 million in a month from the sawmill itself. Let me get the auger on out. What side? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Like, what side does that fill up on? It doesn't matter because there is no crop in the ground. Well, there's crop in the ground, but it's not growing. I don't have to worry about crop destruction. I'm glad we upgraded to this drill here. The other drill we were using is like an 18 meter wide, which I thought was going to be plenty huge enough for this series when I started it. So I activated that mod, and after we got going a while, then realized how big the fields are. We've upgraded to a 30.5 meter wide drill, which I am happy with because definitely getting the work done so much quicker. And we just finally had to find the right tractor and the right wheel setup to get a good amount of traction so we could pull it along here. Let's go ahead and just stop a worker for a second. We'll excuse Frank Jr., so probably get ourselves a different worker here in just a moment. Let's go ahead and let's see, which one you're going to stop at the seed first, right? No, I need to go over to the fertilizer. And let's see, how do I kind of forgot how to lower that down. There we go. Lower this down. And if I get it just right, like that, we should fill it on up with fertilizer. If I need to at some point, I will get another auger wagon, and I can put seed into it, but I think we're going to be okay on that part. And I'm glad I put fertilizer in this, because I kind of forgot how much that thing actually holds. But I think it'll finish the rest of the field no problem. Yeah, bad soil here. As you can see, silty clay. But I had no choice. We just cut down trees, put it in a field, and whatever soil's there, it's what's there. I mean, I can kind of judge a little bit, though. Let me just get a worker going here. Oh, looks like Frank Sr. took over. You can kind of judge if you go to precision farming, if you want to judge something like this. I mean, when you do soil sampling, you can kind of see, like, would I want to expand the field down through here? No, that's silty clay, and not going up this way either. Looks like a lot of the land around here would be pretty good, but it's kind of steep. And yeah, definitely wouldn't want to expand further over this way. Be interesting to see what's over here for soil. It's all looking... I mean, these colors are pretty decent. We just don't want to see the silty clay over here. But, you know, not much I can do about it, right? We cut down trees. You don't know until we get the fields in and then do soil sampling. Which does remind me, I should be fine on the soil sampling. Everything should be in date. Yeah, we don't have any soil out of date. But we'll have to do soil sampling over here. When I do soil sampling... with the harbor field, I'm going to do everything. The power lines all the way over here, do the fields all together. So we should be all set to go on that front. All right, so since we got everything on the go, the last step I'm going to get back to doing is, of course, getting the logs out of my way, get them down to the sawmill so they can be processed. And while the sawmill is slowly chewing through the lumber that I bring down, once I get this all cleared out, I can go back into the tree harvester and start cutting down more trees. Is this on the left? It is on the left. Let's turn on the autoloader. So let's see, I took care of the eggs. We got almost one field planted. I will set off a worker on the roller once I get the big bud out of there and the drill. I don't want them, because both implements are on the rather large size, I don't want them interacting with one another. It's not going to take long, as we see, to get the fields drilled, and it shouldn't take that long either to do the rolling part. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. Maybe... yeah, maybe I won't even do the episode of me planting the hillside field, just because it won't take too long, and then I can just get in on cutting down these trees and moving forward. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. Have to wait and see how we're going to plan this on out here, because we're drilling that field quicker than I thought it was going to be. I knew it wasn't going to take long, but it's going quicker than I anticipated, which is good. Get the field drilled before the rain comes, which will be very shortly. What the heck did I just go over? Oh, a log. Apparently I'm dragging a log alongside the trailer. Just come on in gently. We don't need to be tipping over. And put the logs in. Little by little. Make sure I get that log over there. I need to trim up this corner a little bit just to make work a lot easier for our workers. We don't need sharp angles like that, so I'll probably come back over in the tree harvester. Which, by the way, I wasn't paying that much attention to the tree harvester. But also, I started to look down like, oh yeah, how many hours do I got in the tree harvester now? Well, in case you are wondering yourselves, we are getting up there in the hours. As you already know, unless you've been paying attention, but for the last couple episodes, I haven't really noticed the hours on the tree harvester. But we are approaching 50 hours in the tree harvester. 50 hours. 49.4 is where we currently are at. And I'm definitely going to hit 50 hours here by next episode, because I want to get all these trees out here cleared out, picked up, and I want this all plowed in. And then I can start working on this section over here. And as you can see in the far distance, you can kind of see the power line field over there. Got a ways to go. So there's probably like 400 trees in here I got to cut. But they'll come down, they'll get put into the sawmill, and we'll see how far we get. And let's see how we do over here. We are doing great. Yeah, I'll just have to go around and get a couple pieces that they missed on the corners, which isn't much. But they're going to be done with this field here in a matter of minutes. I'm not going to be in the way of you over there, am I? Just when you think you parked far enough out of the way, it's like I stopped at the perfect spot. That should be fine going either way, because now next time it comes down, it'll be way past it. Perfect. And our wheat field will be done here in a matter of minutes, other than the rolling part. But anyways, that's what we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you again right here in Oceanside Forest. But until then, have a good one.